All right, now this has probably been the best year for Google in regards to their Pixel line. We not only got their first foldable in the Pixel Fold, we also got an improved Pixel Watch 2 with better battery life, and a true flagship in the Pixel 8 Pro that I think is honestly their first true flagship without compromise. And Google has honestly checked all the boxes for all the Google Pixel fans out there, and we now have legitimate options from them. Now that I've owned the Pixel Fold for about 6 months now and the Pixel 8 Pro for another 2, I think I've got enough information that I can help anyone out there looking to compare the two and wondering which one is the true flagship. Alright, now without a doubt, these are the best offerings from Google that have more in common than not, but the differences are pretty major and drastically change the user experience and also the target demographic for each device. Let's talk design first. Now when it comes to the build quality on both these devices, they're pretty much both top tier. The fit and finish is, tight without any glaring missteps or awkward design choices, and I've been on record saying that I honestly prefer the short and passport style form factor of the Pixel Fold over the taller, more narrow offerings from Samsung and others out there. And honestly, that opinion still stands. The aspect ratio on both the outer and inner displays are ideal for content consumption and also just general use in my opinion. Now, you're looking at the 7.6-inch 120Hz foldable OLED display with HDR10 Plus coming in at 1000 nits of functional brightness and 1450 nits of peak brightness, which is perfect for gaming, watching videos, and when folded, you get the perfect compact but also still useful 5.8-inch 120Hz OLED HDR display with a slightly brighter 1200 nits of functional regular brightness and 1550 nits of peak brightness. Now both the screens on the Pixel Fold, both outer and inner, are flagship spec without a doubt. But despite the beautifully vibrant inner screen, it's large and it's great for content consumption, the experience is a little bit more enjoyable on the outer display for one reason and one reason alone, and that's because of the hinge. Now this hinge makes the Pixel Fold feel like a true first generation foldable in my opinion. It doesn't have the same snap and confidence that, the Galaxy Fold has, and it doesn't open completely at 180 degrees. And that is what kind of tarnishes the experience for me when it comes to opening up this phone to watch a video or to play a game. It's not a deal breaker, but definitely activates my mild case of OCD. And on the other hand, we have the Pixel 8 Pro that is every bit premium in the sense of the word, finally giving us a flat display that doesn't disappoint in brightness and color. Thank you, Google. I will say when comparing the Pixel 8 Pro to other flagships in direct sunlight, I was never wowed by the brightness. Not to say that it wasn't at 2400 nits of peak brightness, but you would think it would be like, man, that's extremely bright. But the main thing that matters is the fact that they were both visible, and this phone is very good in direct sunlight. You don't have to worry about squinting or running for shade when the sun comes out. This is honestly the best designed Pixel device that we've ever seen, and it feels like a true refinement in every sense of the word. It feels like 8 generations of tweaks and learning from mistakes to get it right. Now they both have smooth matte glass backs and also camera visors, but that's really kind of where the similarities stop when it comes to design. And of course, we're looking at 2 very different devices with 2 very different target demographics and different audiences. If you enjoy being on the cutting edge of technology and don't mind being an early adopter, then you will probably want to gravitate towards the Pixel Fold. But if you want a refined, clear-cut premium slab style phone, the Pixel 8 Pro wins this category easily. I probably fall in the middle of the target audience, honestly. If you're looking like a Venn diagram, I'm probably in the middle of all that. I like cutting edge technology and I like, foldables, but also appreciate a bulletproof premium slab phone that is without any flaws. But I think the main reason I am siding with the 8 Pro for build quality is honestly because of the hinge on the Pixel Fold. The hinge just lacks that confidence, like I said earlier, and for that price, it shouldn't be the case. If this had the hinge of the newest Galaxy Fold, this would be an easy win for the Pixel Fold because I honestly love the flexible OLED panel on the inside. The outer screen is comfy, it just feels nicely compact, and then when I want a large screen, I just open it up. The screen panel, the quality of it is great, the viewing angles, the resolution, the pixel density, everything is great about those screens, but the hinge just holds it back just a bit. Now when it comes to camera, both these phones honestly will produce a pleasing image. Google has perfected their image pipeline and their computational photography over the years throughout all the generations of the Pixel, and these devices definitely benefit from that R&D. And I honestly normally prefer the images out of my Pixel over the iPhone and Samsung. And that all comes down to, of course, your personal preference, but men lie, women lie, and numbers don't. When it comes to the raw numbers, the Pixel 8 Pro wins this category hands down. Just to run down the specs real quick for you guys, the Pixel 8 Pro is rocking a 50 megapixel 1.7 wide main camera, a 48 megapixel f2.8 telephoto lens, a 48 megapixel f1.9 ultra wide, and also a 10.5 megapixel selfie for all of you guys out there that take selfies. Also, the Pixel Fold is coming in with a 48 megapixel f1.7 wide main camera, a 10.8 megapixel f3.1 telephoto, a 10.8 megapixel f2.2 ultra wide, and an 8 megapixel selfie. Now, the main difference when it comes to looking at these numbers and how those numbers translate to the pictures you're going to be taking on the Pixel 8 Pro and Pixel Fold is going to be your low light performance and also your overall resolution. Now, especially if you plan on, editing these raw DNG files coming out of the Pixel, the more information, the better. I have to give this category to the Pixel 8 Pro for the fact that they're just offering better flagship camera specs, and that resolution doesn't lie. Now, one category we cannot overlook is going to be AI, especially when it comes to Google. And so much of the stock Android experience is rooted in reliable, functional AI features that just make life easier. My favorites, of course, being Google Assistant, of course, call screening, and also voice dictation. Those just scratch the surface. I use voice dictation to even script these videos. Now, considering that most of the functional AI features are pretty much consistent across both devices, this category is really going to be down to the Tensor G3 versus the Tensor G2 and the AI features that the G3 enables over the G2 in the Pixel Fold. Now, this advantage is, of course, most evident in the camera department with features such as Best Take, Magic Editor, Video Boost, and a bunch of others. I would say that if you have, seen any recent Pixel commercials and you think, man, that's a dope feature, I'd love to have that, then you're probably going to want to get the Pixel 8 Pro, and that's going to win this AI category for you. The functional AI features that matter, of course, like I said, are shared across both devices, but the latest and greatest are limited to the Pixel 8 Pro. And that's not even a knock on the Pixel Fold. The regular Pixel 8 doesn't get a lot of these features too. They're limiting, even though the Pixel 8 has the same processor as a Pro, they're limiting a lot of those new AI features and Pro features to the Pro line. So there's that. One of, if not the most honestly important feature in any phone is going to be battery life, and there's really no contest here at all. The Pixel 8 Pro is the first Pixel in recent memory that offers true all-day battery life, especially since this new redesign from the Pixel 6. I am getting a solid 8 to 9 hours of screen on time with my Pixel 8 Pro, while the Fold at best provides half that. Now, both phones have pretty decent sized batteries, with the Pixel 8 Pro having a 5050 milliamp battery and the Pixel Fold having a 4821 milliamp battery, but I think it mainly comes down to the Tensor G3 gains and optimization, and of course all those other AI features it probably does, like some mode switching automatically with AI to know when you're gaming versus scrolling versus general use versus on a phone call, texting, watching a video. The Tensor G3 is just better optimized, and we knew that G2 kind of had its rough spots with the Pixel 7 Pro, of course, with the mild overheating, just not good battery optimization. And this is another category that Google clearly drew the line between flagship refinement and first generation growing pains. I don't know how they're going to do it with the foldable line going forward. They're probably going to need a much larger battery. I think they're also really considering or really focusing in on this device being thin, but also I think this device really truly just would have benefited from having a G3 processor in it. Now that we've covered the key features and the target users of both the Pixel 8 Pro and the Pixel Fold, it's decision time. Which one is winning it for me? And I mean, it's probably pretty clear if you've been paying attention to who's been winning these categories throughout the video. But if you value a traditional flagship experience with top tier performance and photography capabilities, the Pixel 8 Pro might be the one for you. On the other hand, if you're eager to embrace the future of smartphones and you want a device that adapts to you and your needs, the Pixel Fold could be the perfect match, with the caveat that it's pretty late in its life cycle right now and a replacement is probably around the corner. Ultimately, the choice really comes down to your personal preferences and how you envision using your smartphone on a daily basis. For me, despite the fact that the Pixel Fold has introduced me to the world of foldables, I love the aspect ratio and the form factor, I have to go with the Pixel 8 Pro for the Tensor G3 mainly, and improved battery life. The improved battery life, the added AI features, especially with the new feature drop that just happened in December where they gave us video boost. I mean, it's hard to deny that the Pixel 8 Pro is just the true flagship in this category. But which would you pick, the Pixel 8 Pro or the Pixel Fold? I will revisit this video, of course, the next time the Fold drops, you know, the Fold 2. But until next time, it's been a pleasure as usual, guys. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and you want to see many more, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe, notification bell, do all the YouTube stuff. I appreciate you guys as usual. And until next time, stay fresh. Peace.